Welcome back and happy Friday. I'm Josephine Sage. Let's talk weather. We're noticing we do have a wet wind advisory active in Mesa County until those late night hours of tonight. And actually those top wind gusts from earlier today, well, we were feeling 55 miles an hour in Grand Junction, 53 miles an hour in Moab, 49 miles an hour through Grand Junction, that I-70 corridor, and those areas further east also quite elevated. Now, even over Douglas Pass, we were hitting peak wind speeds of 89 miles an hour. And these elevated wind gusts are going to continue into tomorrow with a tad bit of a calm down. We'll notice 18 miles an hour for those top wind gusts in Grand Junction, 12 miles an hour through Moab, 19 miles an hour through Montrose, 21 miles an hour through Delta, and very similar speeds down that I-70 corridor as well. And in terms of these wind speeds, that also means a little bit of some elevated pollen, especially with this dry air that has been sticking around with us. We still have elevated tree pollen, low grasses, low weeds, and just a tad bit of some mold pollen sticking around. And it's not just wind advisories that are active. We do have a winter weather advisory active too, at least until that Sunday kind of midnight hour for a lot of those areas down the I-70 corridor, spreading into those northern mountains and over the San Juans. We'll notice in terms of that winter weather advisory staying active, those widespread snow showers are right behind that cold front that's giving us a drop in temperatures tomorrow as well. We'll notice that it's widespreading before it starts to clear on out by the time we kind of go to bed on Saturday and wake up on Sunday. So what we're expecting is still, again, those temperatures dropping and those wind gusts staying elevated as the storm rolls on through. Earlier today, we were peaking in those low 70s and mid 60s for Montrose, and our almanac shows us that actually on both sides of things, we were well above those seasonal averages. But again, what we've been looking forward to, or maybe not looking forward to, is actually that shift as we peak into tomorrow. Before tomorrow, though, tonight we're getting down into those mid 30s, even low 30s as we look towards Montrose. And tomorrow, 53 in Grand Junction, 45 in Montrose. So heavily dropping about a full 15, even 20 degrees in terms of those afternoon highs. Take those jackets with you as you're headed out and about tomorrow and even tonight, because we're noticing 10 p.m. hour, slight chance for maybe some drizzle through Grand Junction, Delta, Montrose. But because these warm temperatures are sticking around at least through those evening hours, after that midnight hours when we will be feeling, again, cooler down in those 30s for the evenings. But as that moisture moves on, and it might not necessarily reach the ground because it'll evaporate before it gets there. But we'll notice it's going to start to shift to those high regions as we even look into Saturday. And by the time we wake up, those afternoon hours, it's still mostly focusing in those mountainous regions. So just how much snow is actually going to hit the ground? Well, we'll notice by the time this storm system kind of wraps on up is the only areas that are really receiving those double digits are maybe Telluride, Steamboat, and Aspen, pushing closer to possible that 2 feet range on those Aspen mountain tops. But Discovery Auto Group's 7-day forecast has that storm very short-lived, because by the time we look into the early work week, those warmer temperatures are returning and increasing by just a couple of degrees every single day with the return of some sunshine. And Montrose has that same trend, but a few degrees cooler. We'll notice on Monday for both Grand Junction and Montrose, there are overcast skies predicted, so we might not necessarily be able to see that total solar eclipse during just around that noon hour for us here in the valleys.